What's up, guys? You know what it is, Korean Ninja MMA here, drinking some ramen, which is just little tansan. It's just basically carbonated drink, very old school here. Really cool stuff. Got the marble inside. It's neither here nor there. Let's talk about this. It's the UFC 272 Colby versus Masvidal. We got the first fight on the card. We got Dustin Jacoby versus Michał Oleksiejczuk. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've heard different announcers pronounce it differently, but yeah, let's talk about Oleksiejczuk. Let's go on with that, right? So I want to talk about, first of all, Jacoby versus, let's talk about Jacoby, some of his previous fights, right? Jacoby versus John Allen in November 7th, 2021. Now he did win a unanimous decision, against him, yeah, all 3 rounds, right? So this is on 4 days' notice, which is really impressive. I mean, he didn't look bad in the fight either. I mean, he looked in decent shape, you know, and I mean, it really impressed me. Jacoby is a big and powerful on the feet, right? He has his hands low and leans forward a bit to strike with long, straight punches. That's something you kind of see in several of his fights. You go back and he has that style. Good output, and he is outlanding on the feet, mixing in front kicks to the body. He eats leg kicks, but immediately answers straight punches right back, which is great. I mean, the great answer to a low kick is a punch in the face, right? So, you know, Allen should have had an advantage on the ground, but is happy to exchange on the feet. I'm not sure. Maybe he just Jacoby is really good at playing in his game, or maybe Allen's just really stubborn. I'm not sure, but Allen, you know, he just wanted to stand and trade with him. Jacoby has a lot of output for such short notice, and he feints often by bringing his leg up as if he's going to kick, and then he just jabs. He also did a lot of showmanship where he just kind of like raised his hand in the air, like kind of throwing him off, like a la Yo Romero, kind of like that, you know, just kind of throw you off your game. Good gamesmanship. And yeah, Allen should have had like I said, should have had the ground and cardio advantage. I mean, because he wasn't coming on short notice. But Jacoby dictated the pace of the fight and outstruck him. You know, I think also that might have helped. He's good at, it kind of showed a good fight IQ, just a good overall approach. Because if you know that he usually has great cardio. See, even when he's coming on 4 days notice, he's just one of those guys that has good cardio. Maybe he does a lot of conditioning for such a big guy. But he knows how to pace himself. See, he didn't want to throw everything in it. I remember Allen was trying to, you know, throw everything in his shots, which was good. He had his moments, but Jacoby was just kind of peppering it out there, you know. He's a big guy and he has power anyway, so when he does pepper those shots, maybe they have a little sting on them. He knows he doesn't have to go all in. He can just, you know, kickbox from range. That's what you want to see in a fighter, right? You want to see him be able to, even on short notice, he's able to fight to the best of his abilities, or rather to use his skill set, right? So then let's talk about another matchup in August 29th of 2021 against Darren Stewart. You know, he got the win. He got the TKO maybe, in 3 minutes and 4 seconds of round 1. Let's talk about that. You know, against Darren Stewart, you know, Stewart immediately tried to get the takedown, which is smart. Jacoby was able to fight it off, and he got back to his feet. He pushed on Stewart's head, you know, which is really good control. And he also has good wrist control. So it's smart. You like to see that. Stewart tried to get in Jacoby's face, which is smart. You know, you gotta make it ugly. You can't just, you know, try to kickbox a kickboxer. And he had some success landing a punch, you know, a heavy shot to him. But you know, Jacoby is a good kickboxer with heavy low kicks and some pop in his shots, as we stated. He puts on the pressure, landing combos, while Stewart is against the fence, and the ref calls it. You know, it's really good. You like to see it, man. You know, he'll go when he feels that he can. You know, when if he smells blood, he'll go for the finish. Yeah, just really good stuff, man. Overall, really great. Well, let's talk on the opposite side. Let's talk about Michał Oleksiejczuk. So Oleksiejczuk plays back in October 30th last year, 2021, against Gamzatov. He got the win. He got the KO in 3 minutes 31 seconds. Very impressive, right? He likes to go forward with pressure and heavy-handed boxing approach. And that's what he does in all his fights. That's how he fights, right? He isn't afraid to take a shot to land some of his own. And the accuracy with the punches going to the body and the head, mostly the head, right, is really good. He has good accuracy. But Gamzatov was getting pressured and forced to fight backwards, which might have tired him, you know. Oleksiejczuk lands a nice uppercut that drops Gamzatov and forces him to shell up on the ground, allowing Oleksiejczuk to land ground and pound before the ref calls it, you know. And Oleksiejczuk, let's be honest, I mean, he really cool, you know, he's a good Polish guy, really tough, but he could definitely be a middleweight. He could drop down to 185 for sure. I mean, he's not the biggest light heavyweight, that's for sure. He's only 6 foot, and you know, he's carrying on that weight. I think it kind of helps him because he doesn't have to worry about cutting weight. He he's obviously just going around it looks like his walk around weight, right? And you know, he has like boxing heavy approach. You'll see how he bobs and weaves and doesn't really mix in a lot of kicks. Excuse me, I'm gonna finish that later. Nice, you know, soda once in a while. But anyway, like I said, I think you know, I think if he mixed things up a little more, but his approach is really good. He knows what his strengths are and he knows what he needs to do, not being the biggest and physically imposing guy in the division. So I mean, he's a good dog. He'll fight for your money. But let's talk about another matchup. Bukauskas, that name. This is back in March 28th of 2021, so earlier that year, last year. And he got the unanimous decision. But let's talk about how that fight played out. Going back and rewatching it, you know, Bukauskas is a big, jacked kickboxer. I mean, so he kind of looks like, you might think, oh, maybe it's like Jacoby, but they're different guys. Their approach is, they're both kickboxers, but their approach is very different. I mean, Bukauskas is more about wants to keep the range and use the kicks mostly. You know, he has the advantage with the kicks, like as I said, and if he can keep Oleksiejczuk at distance, you know, that could work for him. He could, you know, outpoint him, maybe land a nice shot to drop him, who knows. But, you know, you can't, good luck playing that game, trying to keep him at distance because, you know, Alex keeps the boxing pressure going, man. Oleksiejczuk, here's what he does. You know, he's bouncing around with, you know, good head movement to dodge and swing with power. He kind of does it when he's using it to dodge, but also land those overhands. So it works with favor. It's kind of like a spin, like a pendulum. You know, it's going back and forth. And he likes to applaud for it too. Like I said, he's gonna go at you like a zombie. But like I said, it's just kind of interesting matchup. Very different stylistically. The way they fight. The first round, Bukauskas edged with the output and landed a nice high kick to Oleg's arms. He blocked it, but still that high kick. When you're a boxer, the guy lands a nice high kick on your arm. I mean, that can damage you. It's really good. But you know, Oleksiejczuk keeps the pressure. Doesn't matter. He's gonna keep going. You know, it's a back and forth with Bukauskas edging out the number of strikes, but Bukauskas allows himself to be pressured with his hands down. He has the hands down a lot, and so meaning Oleksiejczuk can just land up top. You know, because he's eating pressure, he's getting tired, you know, his output's going to wane because he's getting more tired, and then your hands are down so you can eat a big shot. You know, but I don't really see any jabs, though, which could benefit his boxing heavy approach. I'm talking about Oleksiejczuk. You know, I wish he would jab a little more if you're going to be have a heavy boxing approach, you know. Here's Bukauskas to the body with, you know, with this this almost like a liver shot, you know, and but he doesn't capitalize on it. I'm not sure if he just didn't, I think he didn't recognize it. He just, you know, opted to push him against the cage instead. It's not good. This allows Bukauskas to recover and land a combo of his own. Oleksiejczuk wins by split decision, but mostly because of his forward pressure and hurting Bukauskas with a liver shot, right? He had the bigger moment of the fight, you know, that liver shot, because Bukauskas did not like that, trying to go back. And just like I said to the judges, it looks good when you're being pressured. So, I mean, yeah, just like I said, Bukauskas, I mean, he's a bigger guy, very physically imposing, but he doesn't really have that. Like I said, he wants to kind of land the kicks, and he wants to kind of land some nice stuff, spinning back kick to the body and stuff like that. He wants to kind of be at range. He won't handle pressure well, and so it's not good. So a great win for, you know, Oleksiejczuk. But of course, as we know, like back in September 29th, 2019, against, you know, OSB, he got sub, man. OSB's, you know, it's a specialty, you know. You know, I mean, the St. Preux choke, if you want to call it like that, you know, OSB choke, and 2 minutes and 46 seconds of the second round. But there's a, you know, a big size difference. Another big size difference. But Oleksiejczuk, you know, pressures forward as usual. However, you know, he has nice body shots and even lands up top. OSB has a good body kicks and tries to fight back, but it seems like Olex is just dictating the pace and landing more. You know, he just really got in his face. In the second round, Olex listens to his corner, though. He turns it up, and his corner's advice, and improves his output. He starts, you know, he knows he can't just keep fighting like that. He's going to get either knocked out or he's going to get, you know, lose a decision by getting pressured so much. So he has a nice collar tie, you know, little grabbing the back of Olex's head and then land his shots. And then he takes Alex down against the cage and gets his famous choke in. So obviously, you know, using that size, if you want to grapple with him, I think because, like I said, Alex is not the biggest light heavyweight. Obviously, you should go down to middleweight as far as his frame. He's having success at light heavyweight, though, so I understand if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as I say. But I mean, he's always going to have a size disadvantage. But if you can grapple him and use your size against him, I mean, it'd be really good to do against Alex. But, you know, I think Jacoby's not going to do that. You know, it's basically going to be a stand-up fight. Now, obviously, I think I got to go with the Jacoby in this, just because I think he's not going to go like Bukauskas did. Bukauskas, you know, he's just, like I said, hands down. They both have their hands down, but the difference is the output. Jacoby, he'll weaponize his cardio, I guess, as you might say. It's a really great advantage, you know. And Oleksiejczuk is not bad cardio either. He'll keep fighting. He'll keep fighting all 3 rounds, no problem. But, you know, getting in his face, I just feel like when they get in the face, I mean, you're basically, if you're betting on Oleksiejczuk, you're basically hoping that he has a puncher's chance. Like, okay, maybe he'll, you know, land a nice liver shot to him, or maybe he'll land that overhand. You know, his good head movement, like I said, I think. But those heavy low kicks from Jacoby are going to help him a lot. And like I said, I think the nice output, those long rangy shots. You know, I think Jacoby uses range better. I think Oleksiejczuk gets in your face though. If he wants to pressure you, get in the pocket and just make it ugly. And that's his best way of winning. He has to get in Jacoby's face and make it ugly. But if I had to bet on this, I would definitely say Jacoby, man. I wouldn't mind sprinkling about that. Maybe have a 2-person parlay on that. Someone you're really confident. But like I said, yeah, if you really want that underdog money, I mean, like I said, Oleksiejczuk has a shot, but I don't like betting like that because you're always going to be like biting your nails. Come on, pressure him. Come on. And I just feel like I feel like he is going to eating leg kicks and he's going to be eating jabs quite a lot. So I think if this goes to decision, I have to favor Jacoby in this. I think he has a lot of output. He's not going to be able to do. He's not going to fight like Bukauskas did. He's not going to try to land some spinning kicks. He'll pressure more. So that's my take, guys. You know, I'm just starting this again. It's my hobby, one of my hobbies. Like and subscribe. You know, comment what you think. And you know, it helps me out. Just, you know, let me know if there's any fights you want me to break down. And peace, good luck, good vibes.